Hi, Quadcopter 101 here. As you might notice, if you look around, we're no longer in the Mojave Desert. Actually, this is Pennsylvania. We're somewhere near Erie, Pennsylvania. And this spot that I'm flying at, I flew many times at when I was a kid, mainly with Cox model airplanes around here. This whole area was, it's kind of overgrown now, but it was all a giant farm field back then, way back then. But it's still a place that we can possibly fly here, and that's what we're going to do today. It's kind of a breezy day, actually quite a bit windy day, but we're going to see how the V303 flies on a breezy day. You know, it's important to see. So, and it's a great spot to fly. And with that in mind, I'm going to turn on the camera and let's go for a flight. Okay, camera is recording. Quadcopter's bound. Wind's picking up a bit. I'm stepping back just to be safe here. I'm picking that as my headless mode direction. We're going to demonstrate headless mode too. And starting up the rotors, sending it skyward. First off, I want to see how it holds its position on a breezy day. Now, I want to make sure that the GPS is well, it has more than a few satellites holding its position. It seems to be able to hold its position relatively well on a breezy day. Of course, it's moving around, but I'm sure that video that's being taken by that is real jerky because of the wind. Let's go up a little bit higher. Now keep in mind, I'm not using a gimbal with this quadcopter, so it's going to bounce around a bit, especially with the wind. Now I'm going to go into heading lock mode. Actually, I'm kind of hesitant to do this, but here we go. Heading lock mode is on. Now, since I'm a good 2,000 miles or more from my previous flight area, actually it's holding its position well in heading lock mode. Obviously I had to do a compass calibration, and I did that. Okay, I'm going off into the weeds here, above the weeds. Now I'm in heading lock mode, so that's my base heading. Let's go up a little bit higher and see how it holds its position in the wind. A little bit higher then. It's doing a damn good job. It's windy as hell up here, I know it. I can see it in the trees around here. Let's do a rotate while we're up there. Okay, hopefully you should see Lake Erie off in the distance, and maybe not. Probably seen a lot of gnats flying around my camera here. I'm going to turn around. Okay, I'm pointing due north right now. Rotating due west. Rotating due south. I'm not doing much flying around. I'm just holding a position in space, and it's doing a darn good job of it. And pointing due east. Going up a little bit higher. Now this flight, you know, I'm not flying around. I'm just being gentle with it right now. Still climbing a bit and pointing toward Lake Erie. I don't know if you see Lake Erie off in the distance or not. I hope you do. It's out there. Still in heading lock mode. Let's go off to the right here. We're going south over the trees. Okay, still in heading lock mode. Holding its position. Now, one thing I want to try, I'm going to bring it down using heading lock mode. I'm going to keep the whole flight in heading lock mode. flying nicely in this breeze. The reason I wanted to test this is I want to take it down to Presque State Park. And I want to make sure this thing can fly in a breeze, because it's always windy down at Presque. Well, welcome back. Hands off flying on a breezy day. Okay, here's what I want to do. Let's do a crane shot on a breezy day. Increasing throttle and pushing forward. Great quadcopter. This is V303. As you might guess, here I am on vacation. You could probably see my Honda Element there, my wife and dog. But if you had limited space and you were going on vacation, which quadcopters would you take with you? Well, I brought several with me, and I'm going to show you which ones I would have chose. Obviously, one of them is this, the V303. And the V303, I brought it along because it's able to do what I'm doing right now, fly easily in the wind no matter where you go. Okay, I'm going to bring it in for a landing. And I'm going to use automatic return to land itself on this breezy day. Okay, it's bringing itself in. Let's see how accurate its landing is. It's coming down. Just showing. The wind is blowing. I don't know if you can hear it. But very simple to fly. Again, this is one of my top choices to take with you on vacation, the V303 from WLToys. Reason being, its simplicity itself to fly. Again, this is not for beginners though. I try to stress that each video. Beginners, you need to learn the basics of flight before you even think of flying something like this. But for those of you who've been around, good choice, the V303. So, I hope you like that flight. Again, we're near Erie, Pennsylvania, near McKean, Pennsylvania. Actually, to be specific, this is Sterotania, PA. Look that one up. You know, you've heard of Inyakern, this is Sterotania. Okay, turning off the camera. Okay, that was my flight, the WLToys V303 Seeker. Again, this is the first in a series I'm going to be doing of quadcopter, vacation quadcopters. This is my #1 choice for me in particular, but I brought some others with me, and you'll see them in coming videos. Quadcopter 101, hope you enjoyed this video. Quadcopter 101, signing out.